So let's begin. I know I talked about having autism, but I just want to talk about the signs and symptoms, I guess, that I knew I was different than everyone else. Um, Growing up, I noticed I was very socially awkward, that I couldn't focus on one thing, or I obsessed with certain things, or I'd get very embarrassed. I wouldn't have personal space. I'd get high anxiety. Like, I couldn't social, like, gatherings, I guess, were different for me. And how I couldn't grasp. I had a hard time learning the basic things. So I guess my sister watched a show about autism. And when my sister had a show of autism, she noticed I had some of that traits. Like, when I was younger, and I still do, I walk on my tippy toes. I get really overexcited. I flap my hands. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just do certain things that I know, but that was when I was 18. I got diagnosed. But yeah, growing up, I know I was different. I know I wasn't the same as everyone else that I wish I could be. I was obsessed with math. Like, I would be obsessed about certain things. I don't know how to come up. Like, I'd get excited, and then I want that. But then as soon as I got it, I'd be like, no. My bodily, like, I was, I couldn't keep up with my, it's embarrassing. But, like, I was very unorganized. Everything was everywhere. I'd get like, I don't know, like, everything would be everywhere. So I noticed, my sister noticed. My sister's my sister's 30 years old. I got a 30-year-old sister. But she noticed that when she was younger. And then when I was 18, I noticed some of the differences. And then what I was able to do was get a book. And I did my research, which is a lot of people, if you noticed any of those signs and symptoms, you should do your research. You should be able to look at programs around you. Because I didn't have programs around me up until I was in high school, because I didn't know what autism was. Never mind any other disability other than having club foot, which I do. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know what was the signs, because my whole thing is, I had a nephew who was autistic. I saw him nonverbal, couldn't speak, just couldn't do a lot of things that a normal child was able to do. And it had his own way of doing it, and it was just like different signs and symptoms. And I didn't realize that autism had other signs and symptoms that had to do with autism. Because a lot of people kind of differentiate, like, think it's OCD, think it's anxiety disorder, where I guess we can be confused with that. This, like, females are harder to describe, especially with Asperger's or any other type of autism. It's kind of, I feel like it's harder to diagnose than everyone else. So yeah, I think it's harder. And still, even to this day, it's still hard for me to get programs and do things like that, because I have to have things special to me to be able to work my way through it. Because if not, I'm not going to. Like, getting Social Security. I do have Social Security. I do get help with that. Not because of my autism, because of my club foot. But it's just getting into that too. It was another ball game. Proving I'm able with disability. Proving all that. I did work part-time. I'm not getting into that story again. I have a lot of other issues going on, but I am not getting into that, because that has nothing to do with that. But let me stay on topic. It's just crazy. People assume that I don't have autism because of that, people assume that if also like last video you have to act a certain way, which I don't. I act like me, myself, and I. So yeah, that's how I got diagnosed and how I noticed differences. Yeah. Like I said last video, please keep your nasty comments to yourself. If you happen to write a mean comment, thank you. Thank you very much for taking your time, because you know what? Criticism to me, negative comments, mean a good thing, because all it does is tells me what I need to work on, what I need to talk about next time, and what I need to fix. Because no one's perfect. No one know how. And again, thank you for your negative comments and your nice comments. Because I just don't care. Thank you.